An unforgettable day in Cassis. Hello friends, welcome back. I am Sam and I am here again with another adventure. In my last video I shared my journey to Calanques with my friend Antoine. Today we're heading to Cassis, a beautiful town close to Calanques. If you're looking to improve your English, this story is written in basic English to help you learn while enjoying the experience. Let's begin our day in Cassis together. After an amazing day in Calanques, I mentioned my plan to visit Cassis in my last video. I was ready for a solo trip this time, but last night, just as I was packing, I received a call. It was Antoine. He said, "Hey, I'll join you tomorrow for Cassis. It'll be more fun together." His excitement made me smile and I quickly agreed. Traveling with Antoine means laughter and stories, and now I was even more excited. Cassis is about 10 kilometers from Calanques, a quick 20-minute drive by car. There's no airport between Calanques and Cassis, so the only option was by road, which I preferred for the short journey and the scenic views. The drive to Cassis, with the sea and cliffs around, felt magical. Antoine played some soft French music, making the trip even more enjoyable. As we arrived in Cassis, I felt like I'd entered a postcard. Bright, colorful houses lined the harbor, and the sunlight danced on the water. It was as charming as I had imagined. We checked into our hotel near the harbor, a cozy little place with a warm atmosphere. The receptionist smiled as she handed us the keys, and we headed to our room. We only placed our luggage and grabbed our cameras. We didn't want to waste a minute. Our first stop was the famous Cassis harbor. Antoine and I walked along the water, where small fishing boats rocked gently. We took a moment to just soak in the sights, the cheerful colors of the buildings, and the sound of people laughing. Antoine laughed and said, "It feels like everyone here is happy." And he was right. Cassis has a cheerful vibe that's hard to ignore. From the harbor we walked up to the Chateau de Cassis, an ancient castle on a hill. The climb was steep, but Antoine kept the mood light with funny stories. Once at the top, we could see the whole town below and the sea stretching endlessly. The view was breathtaking, with the harbor and cliffs creating a stunning scene. We took some photos and stayed a while, just admiring the beauty. Then we decided to visit Place Barragnan, a lively square in Cassis. The square was full of life. Children playing, artists painting, and street musicians performing. Antoine spotted a man selling paintings and bought a small watercolor of the harbor as a memory of our day. The square felt like the heart of Cassis, where everyone came together. After exploring, our stomachs began to rumble, and it was time for snacks. Antoine, who knows the best places, took me to try panis, a popular street food in Cassis made from chickpea flour. The panis was warm and crispy, and each bite was delicious. Next, we tried pissaladiere, a type of onion pizza topped with olives and anchovies. It's a local favorite, and the mix of flavors was unique and savory. We enjoyed the snacks while walking around, and Antoine joked, "If we keep eating like this, we'll have to walk back to the hotel to burn off these calories." We laughed and continued our walk. Afterward, we stopped by a cafe by the harbor for coffee. I ordered a simple black coffee, while Antoine got a latte. We sat outside, watching people pass by, some with shopping bags, others just enjoying the sun. The coffee was rich and strong, just what we needed to keep exploring. Antoine suggested we visit Port-Maillot, a beautiful inlet surrounded by cliffs and pine trees. We walked along a rocky trail, enjoying the peace and beauty around us. The blue water of the inlet was clear and calm, with boats anchored in the cove. We sat on a rock by the water, talking and laughing. It was a peaceful break in our day, surrounded by nature. By evening, we were ready for dinner. Antoine knew a small seafood restaurant near the harbor, a place he had visited before. Cassis is famous for fresh seafood, and I was eager to try it. We ordered bouillabaisse, a traditional fish stew made with fresh fish, herbs, and spices. The smell was incredible, and the taste was even better. The flavors were rich and comforting, perfect after a day of exploring. Antoine shared stories from his childhood, and we laughed and talked about our adventures. The restaurant was cozy, with a warm glow from the lights and the sound of people enjoying their meals. It was the perfect end to an unforgettable day. After dinner, we decided to walk back to the hotel. I love walking through towns at night. The streets are quieter, and everything feels peaceful. We walked slowly, enjoying the cool night air and the twinkling lights along the harbor. Antoine was right beside me, talking about plans for future trips. Walking lets me experience the town's calmness, and it's a special way to end a day. Back at the hotel, we said goodnight, and I went up to my room feeling tired but happy. It had been a day full of laughter, beauty, and amazing food. I looked out the window one last time, at the harbor lights reflecting on the water before heading to bed. Today was one of the most memorable days I've had. Cassis is not just a place, it's an experience. From the colorful harbor to the peaceful Port-Maillot and the lively place Baragnan, every part of Cassis felt special. Antoine's company made it even better. The snacks, the stories, the laughter. Everything made this day truly perfect. As I wrap up this unforgettable journey, I realize my time in France has come to an end. Each day here, from the bustling streets of Paris to the serene beauty of Cassis, has given me experiences I'll never forget. I've explored, tasted, and discovered so much, and I can't wait to share even more reflections and highlights of my trip with you in an upcoming video. But for now, it's time to pack my bags and get ready for the next adventure. Soon I'll be off to the USA, ready to explore the wonders of America. So stay tuned, there's so much more to come.